All right, here we go. What's up? What's up? Nice.
Are the lights on here?
Hold on here. Oh, we got this. Man, that's boss. I like that. Well,
Looks like we're rolling deep.
we are rolling
we
deep.
need, bro.
Man, those are freaking cool.
Yeah.
Right. Man, that's what's up. Man, straight stunting up in here, bro.
Where's everybody at?
They're coming.
He said they're coming. What the fuck does shit at 10 o'clock?
Right.
Oh, that's what it is. It's too fucking early.
It is early. Yeah, it is pretty early. Hey,
You see the security guard posted up down here?
there is security. There was a judge, I think, that walked through here. It's actually very busy. A lot of foot traffic that we've seen today so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So anyways, I still have some poster. I have paint. I've got one of those. I got two of those. I think we can go when we want. We can wait. I know there's a lady on Facebook. She will be here today.
Yeah, you got turn on your hotspot.
Let me see. All right, let's see what.
Back to 2010. I wasn't there when they were.
Let me see. Woohoo, man! All right, what can we do with this?
Yeah, that's where I was 15 years ago.
That's it. Where we met.
Hey, back then I was telling Jesse, the perfect song for this is the Wild Wild West.
Ah.
There was attorneys walking down saying how they were screwing people over, and they were. I guess they were new attorneys, but people weren't getting their constitutional rights. Like if you did a speedy trial, right?
Yeah.
They'd come up with a reason not to do it, so they immediately would cross right over constitutional rights or due process.
It's not too bad.
Stuff going on and that fake stamp sticker of the,
Yeah. I'm not into all that. We are sovereign people.
Right.
So our rights don't come from the government.
Right.
They come from the creator of everything, God, whatever your personal belief in God. That's where they come from. So. But I'm not part of this sovereign. Yeah, they're still asking the government to give them their rights every time they start filling out legal documents. And saying,
Remember,
part of this,
hey, that's a very big thing in jail. People get their brain fried on that sovereign straw man doctrine.
Really
it's insane.
Yeah. No, but and then remember they had that fake, the fake stamp from the.
Oh yeah, G jury. Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah.
The fake stamp from the people that what do the people call it?
Oh, this is something else.
Is it something else?
No, the fake stamp from the people that
Grand jury.
The grand jury fraud.
Yeah, the grand jury. Yeah, the grand jury.
G jury.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that today. That's for sure.
It was a stamp.
Okay, so that's why.
Oh yeah.
That's why this is the fucking Wild Wild West, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna crank that one up later too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that today. That's a fact. There's somebody that works in this building that's been forging the signature of the grand jury foreperson over a decade ago.
Over a decade?
It was over a decade ago, and
Hey, what did you do for parking?
oh man. Okay, so go to that QR code.
It's $10 for 12 hours.
Yeah, use your phone
I
camera.
don't have any service on my phone.
Why do you have a phone?
I don't go nowhere.
You probably. I parked here without them doing that.
Uh huh.
Because I used to have to come here to check in.
Okay.
But it's not a problem until they come and tell you it's a problem.
Here, I didn't put a boot on it.
Well, not if you're doing it. But here's what they did to me. They just said, hey, normally we get a ticket. That's
Where's the security guards? Rad bad security. Where are they? They're out here somewhere.
For taxes, go ahead and person, I guess. I got kicked out for my language as I proceeded to cuss and swear. Some more. My TDC ID was not proof enough of who I was. It wasn't sufficient.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What are you guys part of the group?
Yes.
What are you guys up to?
We are out here marching. Today is November 5th, which is Million Mask March all over the world. And we're marching for justice reform today.
All right.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Here's one specific reason. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll read this. Good to see you guys out here.
All right.
Have a good day.
So everyone on YouTube watching this, hold on. Before
Are you on YouTube Live right now?
I've been on YouTube Live. Yes. Let me, all right. Okay, so let's make sure I'm hashtagging all this. All right, so yeah. Wasn't this the same building where they like framed you for every unsolved scamming crime or something like that?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
See, this building and us go way back.
Way back.
This is like persistently.
This is like the fucking guy that has your balls in their hand
Yeah.
and they just squeeze them and squeeze them and
Just
squeeze
keep
them.
squeezing
Squeeze
the
'em.
balls
Squeeze them
to powder.
and then it's over with.
Yeah, then the powder is squeezed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No justice, no peace. Oh, you got the little foam one.
Yeah, I didn't even have space for that side.
What happened to the signs you had?
Oh, I still have them all in here. I have everything to make them, but I couldn't do it, man. I had no energy left.
Yeah.
I didn't even sleep last night. I am wired. You want the other half of my red
Yeah,
line?
let me try that.
Here, this is gonna leave a stain on your soul, bro. This stuff is hardcore.
Bro. I've already drank 2 Red Bulls.
Oh, this is like
And like 8 shots of vodka.
30 Red Bulls in a little jar, little bottle. The serving size is actually half the bottle
For a normal sized person.
for a normal sized person.
Have you ever had the Tweaker Extremes?
The what?
The Tweaker Extremes. It's one of those, but it's 4 servings.
4 servings?
Yes, it's like twice that size.
Twice that size.
Seriously.
That's a heart attack in a bottle.
Make sure you
When they
drink
first
it.
came out, they were fucking.
Make sure you drink it. And
Ah,
4
It
servings.
made me feel like drug test.
What? Are you serious?
First came out.
That's great. That's crazy.
So my 2 gay homegirls are gonna come.
Okay. That's what's up. We have a friend from YouTube who's I think committed to coming, is from Facebook, committed to coming. One of my family members may come. We'll see. One of my cousins. We will see.
Is it too snug? Or? I mean, it was an experiment. Chris was like, I want a snakeskin one. I was like, I could do that.
So have you guys did you watch the news or read anything about that whistleblower, that
the FBI?
massive like 1,000-page document from that FBI whistleblower?
No, I didn't read it. I looked at the front page and then I seen it was 1,000 pages. I was like, oh, I was gonna have to look at this later.
It is insane. What
First
these
couple pages of bullet point everything.
Yes, the first couple pages just outline exactly what they're gonna what is revealed in there. Basically, the FBI are just operating auxiliary all on their own accord, as if like there are no laws. They're like minimizing any work with in law enforcement with justice, and their primary focus is manipulating politics, is completely investing in politics, even so much that like in child pornography cases, they're just like dismissing them so they can pursue like political matters. They're falsifying national statistics based on like extremism to give off the illusion that extremism is now a growing threat in the United States, and it's not at all. And they're targeting parents actually in schools. Let's say a dad has too many guns and the mom makes a threat like to the principal because of some incident or something that can be misconstrued. And so the FBI are like, this person is a radical extremist. They have guns and these are their views. And they're just creating an illusion. This is almost like this COINTELPRO stuff.
Yeah.
Like they have never changed. And the whistleblowers state that they're not going to change. There's no sign of them changing. It is
They've been getting away with it for 100 years.
They've been getting away with it for a long time. But they're just people, and people like you and me, this is why we're here, you know, and this is a small step. This is a small step, and who knows what will happen today. Trendsetters. You just need a small little push to create a snowball effect.
If you could be the spark of the fire.
Exactly.
You just got to be the spark that ignites the fire.
Exactly. I don't even know if I pronounced that last word right, but I...
What, building?
You witty bastard. No. Is that cable or cobble?
Cobble.
Okay.
I don't know. It could be cable. I mean, who knows?
Potato,
We live in
potato?
America. It's the English
Tomato,
language.
tomato? Ketchup, catsup?
Yeah, ketchup.
What's the difference? All right. You want to wave that flag around and we keep it up there for a little while?
Yeah, hell yeah. That's why I'm not wearing this one. It's right on, bro.
That's cool.
Can't even see it in the light, can you?
What is it? What's it doing? Oh, I see. I see some lights go. Oh, yeah, those are very bright.
Do we have to pay for parking?
Yeah, we didn't though.
Technically, you would. And you'll take care of it. It's streaming. Anyways.
Yeah, we're streaming on Facebook, on YouTube. Who's this guy? Huh? Hey, send me $10 on Cash App.
You broke.
If it's broke, it's free. But no, I've had a boot put on.
This is so. It'll blind anybody looking. Right?
We the people.
I love that message, by the way. It's legit. It's exactly what we're marching for.
Yeah. Reagan was the best president we ever had.
He knew a thing or two about a thing or two.
A thing or two. No, just
Right? Ugh.
This is an undercover fucking FBI guy right here.
Oh
Look at this.
yeah?
There's a clear cause and effect rule that it is unique and predictable for the law to, as government expands, liberty contracts.
You know what? Let me ask him for this. Will you send me that speech?
Yeah, that's not even.
In a text message?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I actually already sent it to you. If you.
Brian John Bryant has had a distinguished career of...
I believe that all of us together, and I believe the differences between us. I am eternally optimistic, and I happen to believe that we've made great progress from the days when I was young and when this country didn't even know it
Look in
had a
your
racial
email.
problem.
and go
I
to
know those things can grow out of
the
despair
third
in
link
an
on the
inner city.
bottom.
Truck. And look who it is. It's the security.
I'm gonna give them a good one. Fucking Wild West. Dude.
Yes, I feel really amped. It's the security guards. All right. Did you get that sorted? Very good. Look at that. Okay. Things to play with. I'm getting ready for this little Uzi thingamajig.
It should be in there right now.
Right now.
But
We must keep up our guard, but we must also
Can't wear a
continue to
mask
work
over there.
together
Right.
to lessen and eliminate
See?
tension and
Look.
mistrust.
AT&T Plaza won't allow us to wear
It's
a
still trust, but verify. It's still play, but cut the cards. It's still watch closely.
He has a
And
card.
don't be afraid to see what you
walk
see.
right in front when it says
You won every
the
battle
physics
with
of
every
government.
call
As
you
it
made
expands,
and
we lose the
letter you wrote
perfect.
demanding action.
Right.
Well, action is still needed. This national feeling is good, but it won't count for much, and it won't last unless it's grounded
a
in
few.
thoughtfulness and knowledge. An informed patriotism is what we want.
Then we'll go.
And are we doing a good enough
Do our
job
game time.
teaching our children
Yeah.
what America is and what she
I
represents
suggest that
in the
we
long
walk around
history of the
at least
world?
7 times.
Until the
We've got
building
to do a better
closes.
job
No,
of
just
getting
because
across
that's what
that
they did.
America is free.
1,337.
Freedom of speech, freedom of religion,
Well, 7 times
freedom of
when the walls of
enterprise,
Jericho came down.
and freedom
so
is
that killer
special
not-
and rare. It's
Hit
fragile.
him with the old Joshua.
It needs production. So we've got to teach history
People
based
are
not
looking
on
at
what's in
people up
fashion,
there in that
but what's
building up there are
important.
listening.
Why the
There's a guy
Pilgrims
watching
came,
right now.
Good.
who Jimmy Doolittle was, and what those 30 seconds over Tokyo meant.
He's filming it.
If we forget what we did, we won't know who we are.
You waving back?
Let's start with some basics.
He's listening.
More attention to American history and a greater emphasis on civic ritual. And let me offer lesson number 1 about America. All great change in America begins at the dinner table. So tomorrow night in
Well,
the
shoot,
kitchen,
they were in the wrong
I let the
place.
talking begin.
We gotta go to the dinner table.
Children,
gotta go to the
if your
dinner
parents
table.
haven't been teaching you what it means to be an
Walking
American,
by with
let them know
Right?
and nail them on it. That would be a very American thing to do. I've spoken of the shining city all my political life, but I don't know if I ever quite communicated what I saw when I said it. But in my mind, it was a tall, proud city, built on rocks stronger than oceans, windswept, God-blessed, and teeming with people of all kinds, living in harmony and peace. Goodbye. God bless you. And God bless
Come
the
back,
United
Reagan,
States of America.
Put the boot down these people's ass.
Yeah, come back out of the grave. Can't have presidents like that no more. They'll kill him.
Yeah. Very true. Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Today is November 5th. Do you know what that means? That means today is the annual Million Mask March, also known as Guy Fawkes Day and Operation Vendetta. But we are here peacefully, of course.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. Today we are here because there is a looming threat against our society. And we are here because we are marching for justice reform. Justice reform is very important. That is because there are some very, very naughty deeds being perpetrated by actors in this very courthouse. Aww. Her dogs are so cute.
Put a mask on the dog.
Right? But specifically today, we are here in a peaceful demonstration to address members of society here in Dallas about the illegal conviction of Shukri Abu Baker and the Holy Land Foundation 5. Shukri Baker was given a 65-year sentence, which amounts to a death sentence, for a crime he did not commit, nor did his co-defendants. In 2007, they walked out of this very federal building on a hung jury. During the Clinton administration secretly wiretapped the Holy Land Foundation for 8 years and did not find any probable cause or reasonable ground for a conviction. And then after 9/11, 3 months later, President George W. Bush shut down the Holy Land Foundation.
Raided them, FBI raid, took everything.
The FBI raided them, took everything, and so began their uphill battle to prove their innocence. And then what happened? Well, let me tell you. It's a very, very well documented case. You can find information about this case from the ACLU, from a 2-part documentary by Al Jazeera, by a book by, what's his name? Miko Peled. The unjust incarceration of these gentlemen is so asinine because it marks the first time in United States history when the government relied on the testimony of an unknown witness, which is completely an egregious injury against the United States Constitution, which is the supreme law of the land. In this case, the government relied on the testimony of a person whose identity could not be confirmed, that could not be identified, who provided testimony that could not be fact-checked, could not be cross-examined by a jury. Also, his alleged claim to work with Israeli government could not be verified. This means that any one of you could have been a secret witness in this case, and the government would have permitted it, which is insane. Not only that, but the government relied on secret evidence that only the government could view. Which also means that they were denied the right of due process to receive discovery evidence so that their lawyer could examine what the government was actually accusing them of, so that they could be defended. It is the Fifth Amendment, ladies and gentlemen. It's called due process. So how would you like it if I was your accuser, hand-selected by the government, with secret evidence that only I could share with the government, and you could not even defend yourself? You would be very, very upset, especially if you were facing a life sentence. Let me tell you where Shukri Baker is today. He has spent over a decade in federal prison in some of the worst conditions that you could possibly imagine in Beaumont, USP. For people that have been to Beaumont, USP, it is called Bloody Beaumont. for a reason. I don't have to explain it to you. It's very, very obvious why it's called Bloody Beaumont. This is a place where inmates go. It's like a one-way roach motel. This is where you go to be murdered if you are not able to survive the conditions. It's a horrible, horrible injustice. And let me tell you something else. During the Holy Land Foundation trial, people assembled right here to protest this unjust prosecution, this unjust sentencing that is highly criminal. They peacefully protested, perhaps more peacefully than I am, because I'm the one with the mic, with the megaphone, and they did not have a megaphone. But still, let me tell you who also supported the fact and the knowledge that these men are innocent. Former U.S. Ambassador John Bryant, who also served, what was it, 7 or 4? Multiple, I think it was 4 or 7 terms in the United States House of Representatives, who is seen in a documentary with the daughters and family of the Holy Land Foundation, stating all the facts that these men are actually innocent and are, in fact, the scapegoats of post 9/11 hysteria. The Holy Land Foundation was the largest Islamic charity organization in the United States, and they operated legally and worked very closely with the Treasury Department and with other agencies to ensure and protect the integrity of their charity. They gave money to Zakat communities in Palestine to help feed hungry children, to clothe hungry children, to provide medicine and all types of support needed for their survival. In the West Bank, what else happened? Let me tell you something. Our own government provided monetary support to these same Zakat communities that were not on any terrorist watch list. Also, the American Red Cross also provided support to these same Zakat communities, who then in turn took the charity materials to give to these poor families in the West Bank and in refugee camps. It's funny because here you have a trial with no believable evidence that a jury cannot even unanimously agree upon. All 5 defendants of the Holy Land Foundation walked out of this building because the jury could not agree on any of the evidence that the government was alleging. During those 8 years, during the Clinton administration, not once did our government find any evidence in support of them providing material support to a terrorist organization called Hamas. And that is exactly what they are in prison for so-called providing material support to Hamas through these Zakat communities. However, all the evidence from the Holy Land Foundation, every recorded and documented case where they provided support to someone in the West Bank. None of that was of the government's concern. Not one of them was able to raise the actual evidence in support of their innocence. Oh, and it gets better. It gets so much better. Let me just take a second here.
I'd like to say one thing.
You want to say
Fuck the
something?
police.
The police.
I'll let you be the nice sweet guy. I'll be the mean guy.
You'll be the mean guy? All right. All right, so what else is... I was going to say something else. Oh, yeah. I want to get one of these. Oh, yeah. Wait till I break out that grand jury shit. I was going to make some people sick. Here is a flyer. I'm going to read it to you all. Everyone in that building up there, I hope you're listening. You're going to love this. So, the Holy Land Foundation was founded in 1989. They offered aid to Palestinian causes and refugee communities in the Jordan, Lebanon, and others around the world. And then unsubstantiated accusations that funds were being diverted to Hamas through Zakat, aka charity committees. United States Agency for International Development funded these same Zakat communities as the foundation and continued to do so after the HLF was shut down. It's also important to note that, give me one moment. What is it? My mind is moving very fast. These Zakat communities.
Drink another energy drink.
Oh no, I'm good. These Zakat communities. Man, there was something really important in that. So check this out. 3 months after 9/11 happened, in December 2001, the federal government shut them down and seized everything. Now I remember what it was.
Worth $500 million.
Technically, they would be worth $500 million today.
They're already millionaires. They're leaders in their community.
Yes.
They're Americans.
And in July of 2004, their homes were raided. And all of them were arrested. In front of their families, their children and their wives. And let me tell you something. This is what the government, they alleged, is that these Zakat communities, these Zakat groups in Palestine were, that they had members of Hamas that were trying to influence these Zakat communities. However, not one of these so-called radicals was ever identified. In this same court, the government showed videos of buses being blown up. Very scary images that had nothing to do with the Holy Land Foundation. But in post 9/11 America, these things are terrifying because of what happened in 9/11. And so showing Americans pictures of people being blown up by suicide bombers is in fact scary. They use this as a blanket to say that these people supported this type of behavior, but not once at any time was there ever any proof showing any link between the Holy Land Foundation, their charity, and supporting this type of radical violent behavior. I'm not surprised, ladies and gentlemen, because I myself was once in chains in this very building. And in my own case, the government also treated me very similarly, showing videos and pictures of very scary things that happen when hackers steal your information, when hackers deface your websites and make very scary threats. It was very scary indeed. They projected the illusion that I could do all these horrible things in theory. And they did so through use of images, videos. Some of them I made. Me hacking into NASA and the Dallas Police Department aviation unit at Love Field Airport, which never happened. I was never even indicted for that. But anyways,
I brought it up in court.
I was framed for witness intimidation by my prosecutor's own admittance without any shred of evidence. So I myself am not surprised that the government would make up a story to project the illusion that these men were in fact guilty of providing material support to a designated terrorist organization. Let me tell you something else that you might find very fascinating. Oh, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. There it was, an unknown actor working in this very building who was forging the signature of the acting grand jury foreperson in 2007. If I remember correctly, if my math is correct, that was Lawrence Fury. Lawrence Fury was the acting grand jury foreperson at the time. If you know anything about a grand jury, let me explain it to you if you do not. So the government has an accusation. Okay, this is normal. This is what they're supposed to do. They have an accusation. You take it to a grand jury who then decide on the merits of the evidence in order to return an indictment. In other words, this is also a part of the Constitution. It's due process. So, that is the way it's supposed to work. However, this unknown actor, and we're going to find out who this person is, forged his signature on dozens of indictments. How do we know that it was forged? A private investigator was hired. An handwriting expert was hired. The signatures are wrong, and let me tell you something else. You're going to love this. His name is misspelled. I love that. So, there you have it. And let me tell you something else. The people who challenged the validity of those forged indictments were retaliated against, were put in solitary confinement, one of which was Matthew Norman Simpson, who received 40 years, but that's besides the point, apparently. However, 90 days in solitary confinement without any due process.
Give another 20.
The judges in this case dismissed all filings challenging the validity of these indictments as a technical irregularity and is not fatal to the indictment. Also, I have it on good faith on someone who actually met with Lawrence Fury and asked him himself if this was his signature. And he said, allegedly, and I quote, "That is not my signature." So what does that even mean? I'm so glad you're asking. Let me tell you why. That means there must be something really weird about these indictments. If the federal government felt that a grand jury would not find merit to return an indictment.
There you go. Put some passion into it.
That means there's someone working in this courthouse
Yeah. Woo!
who is sabotaging people's constitutional right at due process.
Nice.
That also means that they are breaking the law. And I'm not talking about some petty little breaking the law, jaywalking, or not paying parking fines or something weird. I'm talking about a direct assault against our civil liberties. That's very predatorial, let me tell you something. That's pretty bad. Like, I don't even know how bad, like, that's pretty awful, let me tell you. Yeah. So, imagine that. Imagine the government has an accusation against you. It might not even be real. Might not even be true. It's so stupid, but they have to convict you. They have to convict you. And so they have to go behind the back of the grand jury to forge an indictment because they know the grand jury won't find any probable cause to return it. Another funny thing. So yeah, you go to prison on a fake indictment. Let me tell you, if you look on the back of all indictments, they say a true bill. What's a true bill? I'll tell you, a check, a draft, an obligation is considered a true bill. If I write a hot check, by law, I deserve to go to prison. In the same way, whoever this actor was, and we're very close to finding out who you are. We are, actually. This person has done a very, very, very naughty deed.
That's gonna play dirty deeds.
Oh my gosh, this is funny. All right, let me get back to Shuker Baker here, because we're not done. Oh man, check this out. So, their first trial in this building was held in 2007. This thing is loud. Maybe it's just the acoustics here.
Go in the parking garage right there and fucking do it.
And guess what? The prosecution withheld evidence prior to the trial. Oh, that's bad. Woo, that's bad. Withholding evidence. I wonder what that evidence was. It must have been favorable.
Hey, can I say one thing?
Say it.
Fuck the police.
Just got it. We're gonna get shot. Anyways, just kidding. Totally kidding. Okay, so the prosecution withheld evidence prior to trial. You know what's so ironic about that? My own prosecutor did the same thing to me. I should probably say her name. She'll probably arrest me, but that's okay. Candina Sharon Heath. Candina Sharon Heath. Oh, what an interesting lady she is. She is the same prosecutor who tried to push for a 105-year sentence against a journalist by the name of Barrett Brown. This journalist received a link in a chat room of a data breach, and he merely copied and pasted into another chat room, and he got arrested for it. And Candida Heath wanted to give this man 105 years to think about his actions, which is retarded. It's pretty bad. So Barrett Brown, 105 years. Let me tell you something else. Some of you remember, like, that state chemist, Annie Dukin. Oh my goodness. Annie Dukin. I think she got like 3 years after sending thousands and thousands and thousands of people to prison based on tainted drug tests that she manipulated. It's pretty bad. It didn't happen here though. But that's besides the point. So Barrett bound 105 years. I got 11 years for what I could have done, but not so much for what I did. For those of you listening, go to ghostexodus.org. It is, in fact, my website. You can read all about the good stuff there. All right, moving on. The jury failed to agree in 2007 on the government's evidence, and so the judge declared the case a mistrial. Ma'am? Somewhat? Oh, where it is? Sure. Please. Someone, will you grab it?
Yeah, you can take our pictures.
Oh, how nice. Thank you.
Can I take y'all a picture?
Absolutely. Oh my. It's very kind of you. Thank you.
Alright, this is so cool.
Oh, thank you.
Y'all ready? Can y'all hold them up? And the samples?
Sure.
Can you give one to your...
I'll take a sample.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't get you enough. I'm sorry.
Oh, perfect.
And then one to put in the back. Yeah, let's do this, man. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Smile.
Oh, my camera. That's dope, man. Y'all are dope.
You rock.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. All right, let's rehash. Shall we? Okay, check this out. Whoa. In 2007 was the first trial of the Holy Land Foundation, the largest Islamic charity in the United States. The judge declared mistrial because the jury could not agree unanimously. And then the prosecution recharged the Holy Land Foundation. 5. So, between 2008 and 2009, it was the second trial. And these 5 men who are factually innocent were found guilty on all counts. What's really interesting, too, is that the government had a new judge and the prosecution hired a well-known expert at jury picking.
Jury selection. Yeah.
Jury selection. They were coming out guns blazing. New judge. Got an expert to pick the jury. Got a secret witness. And don't forget, secret evidence. I'm a mess, you know me. So they were found guilty on all counts and sentenced between 15 and 65 years in prison. All 5 have lost all subsequent appeals. Whew.
I'm gonna scan the QR code too.
That still works, but it's not paper.
Oh, it's still there. Nice. Those things held up. So the second trial has been called a show trial as there were abuses of the judicial system with hearsay and prejudicial evidence and additional material unrelated to the case. It was basically kind of like a scare tactic. The 5 were convicted of providing material support to Hamas which is insane. Again, these men are innocent. If you are innocent, let me ask you this. If you were guilty, would the government need a secret witness? No. If you were guilty, would the government need secret evidence? No. The answer is simple. You also must remember that the U.S. Agency for International Development was also funding these same Zakat committees as the HLF. So let me rehash it again, because there's a lot of body traffic. Some people haven't heard this. So, in this very courthouse, the government claims that Shukri Baker and his co-defendants, also known as the Holy Land Foundation 5, were guilty of providing material support to Hamas by giving charity proceeds to Zakat committees who had so-called members that just so happened to possibly be, but probably not, related in some fashion to Hamas. So in other words, it was never actually ascertained whether or not that accusation was factual. But it was treated as if it was a fact. And these same Zakat committees that are owed government and the Red Cross also gave charity to. You would literally need a secret witness to convince a layperson of such an insane accusation. I mean, if you have a president who can't even find evidence for 8 years of any wrongdoing while he's secretly wiretapping them, that should also tell you something interesting about these gentlemen who will otherwise die in prison, innocent, completely innocent. That is why we are outside this particular building and not anywhere else.
Hey, Jesse, let's say they don't believe any of that. We're just full of shit. These are people at the very small end of the spectrum, right? Okay? Well, here's something they can easily look up. When we were sent to Iraq, in the Constitution, we're supposed to have a declaration of war. It's in the Constitution. Never had it. Also, they said there was WMDs, okay? Weapons of mass destruction, yellow cake uranium. Never happened.
That's true.
So if you don't believe that the small people are getting screwed over, I'm good, man.
Do you want to dictate it to me?
Oh yeah, that's too much.
No, you can tell me and I'll say it word for word.
This is great at that.
Okay. Well, you can't even see this really, can you? No.
I can see it.
Okay, we invaded Iraq with no declaration of war.
That's right.
Okay?
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
You know what's so ironic about this is, I mean, if you can't believe like
The small people get screwed over.
that's, you know, the small people get screwed over, like the low-hanging fruit. Let me tell you something else. It is relevant, but did you know?
Okay. We had no declaration of war when we invaded Iraq.
Did you know that we had no declaration of war when we invaded Iraq?
In the second one, Operation Enduring Freedom.
Which one?
Enduring Freedom, which turned into...
In the second one, in Operation Enduring Freedom.
No WMDs.
Also, remember we went into Iraq to find
Weapons of mass destruction.
Weapons of mass destruction. And they were not there.
The only yellow cake we had was on Sundays.
The only yellow cake that our fine men and women in arms had was on Sunday.
Yeah, it was part of a meal. It was yellow cake. It was an actual yellow cake.
That's actually true.
There was no yellow cake uranium.
There was no yellow cake uranium.
But I remember the yellow cake. It was pretty good.
So it's so interesting is because we had the whole nation unified as one to fight against an enemy that... What are they our enemy?
Yeah,
To fight against an enemy that did not possess the weapons we claimed. Did not possess the weapons that we invaded to seize.
That's all common knowledge.
But it's common knowledge. Like, there is no conspiracy there. It's just a fact.
I got a good one of George Bush.
I'm going to take a...
Of George Bush.
Nevertheless, I'm going to take a water break.
Water break or what?
Water break.
Water or walk?
I need water.
I need piss.
He's definitely a Fed.
Huh?
That guy, he looks like a Fed.
Oh yeah, he's undercover.
Yeah.
Yeah, top secret.
Is that the police? So the correspondent that I've been communicating with through email, he should be here. It may even be him. He's very nice. Where'd you get a phone that looks like it's been through water? Good gravy. I'm gonna get some water. Oh, oh my goodness. Then we'll rehash it. We'll even march it. Here we go. We'll march this out. Oh. Put this right here. Oh. Yeah. That lady was cool. She got some excellent PR for whatever she gave us, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's great.
I'm gonna follow up on that. Right.
Fun.
He brought a cantina.
You bet I did. Got my tactics.
Oh, that's my
on.
Iraq cantina.
Just in case he has to hide in the dumpster.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're probably gonna march this out. We're gonna grab that flag. You're gonna grab that
Yeah,
flag.
I'm carrying the flag.
Heck yeah. But I guess we'll push the limits of our of the boundaries and kind of see how far they'll let us. Well, the idea is to walk around the building. That's what we agreed upon. So we'll see. Whew. Boy, hot. I'll take this off.
Well, you know, I'm in the presence of you, so it gets hot when I'm around.
This guy.
That's usually what happens.
Oof. So we should possibly have a friend of Shukri's come today. I hope so. He did say he would come. His daughter's, one of them is out of town, actually really far, too far to try to make it in one day with what she's doing. Yeah, but that's all right. I'm having a blast. That person has a guitar. That's cool.
Maybe because I've known you so long, I just think you have like this Joker personality that I like.
The laugh, right? The phone, I was telling that phone.
Can't help
It's like
it.
that's your.
Literally so, it's like,
Mental. It's totally, I'm in the zone. Okay.
auto zone.
Yes. Whew. You know, it was Matt Simpson and John Newton, aka LA, very, very tall guy who played basketball. They were the ones who brought it to my attention about the grand jury thing. And there is a point I missed, is that, you know, the actual minutes, it's almost like when you go to a notary and they put their minutes in, that they actually, you know, grand jury minutes are under seal, so no one can challenge, you know, the minutes. No one can channel the actual like thumbprint, the fact that anyone was actually present during this time. It's insane. Mm. We're gonna get back on this shortly.
I have the Anna Manifesto you can read if you ever want to do that one too, but that's pushing the limits.
Is it pushing the limits?
It's close.
It's close.
It just pretty much says I want Special Forces Operation Delta to come in and take these guys out, or give them the option to leave freely. And then,
Well, I like the sound of that. I do.
yeah, that's pushing the limits.
What I'll probably do is, what are you guys feeling? Do you want to do go time now, or just give it?
Who's this guy behind us? Is that guy you're talking about? He looks like one of them.
Who?
Dude on the other side of the red light. Can't see him.
I don't know who he is.
Looks like one of who?
Looks like a holy name. I'm racial profiling.
Oh,
He looks like a holy name father.
he's like stopped right in the middle. He doesn't know what to do. He's like, I'm not coming this far over here. They're scared of him, man.
Yeah. It's great.
My mom told me that there'd be days like this. I better stop and reevaluate. And then he's like, okay, we're going.
Now go time.
Mama said that you like this.
I also have John Bryant's whole thing. He can just belt it out. But no.
Do that, yeah.
You want to?
Let's hear what it sounds like. Let us hear what it sounds like. A bunch of humans just came out of a vehicle. I wonder if, I don't know who they are. It was crazy when you do that.
Service
Smoke comes out of
after
your eyes.
earning his undergraduate and law degrees from Southern Methodist University and becoming a lawyer. He served 9 years in the
good.
Texas House of Representatives and was twice named one of the 10 best legislators by Texas Monthly Magazine. Then he was elected as a Democrat to the U.S. House of Representatives from Texas, where he served for 14 years from 1983 to 1997. He sponsored more than 100 bills on such topics as limiting ads on children's television, saving America's forests, and requiring lobbyists to disclose their activities. He was appointed by President Clinton as U.S. Ambassador in charge of U.S. telecommunications treaty negotiations in Geneva. This post took him throughout the world, negotiating international alliances. After
Beautiful.
completing his public service, he returned to law
Love that.
practice, business, and civic affairs in Dallas and Washington, D.C. He is past chairman of the World Affairs Council of Greater Dallas, chairman of the Lewis Psychiatric Research Foundation, and chief executive officer of Landing Point Telecommunications. It is my pleasure to present the Honorable John Bryant.
Thank you, Steve. I'm
That
glad
doesn't
to
sound-
be here and always glad to be part of a forum that highlights
That's
this
him? Wow.
Yeah, but it's
tragic circumstance that is now part of our history and our present. I thank Ms. Jaffrey for a comprehensive
you can't come. It's
account of the
not that clear,
situation.
is it?
My role in it began,
That's gonna
actually,
reverb probably.
it might be said that it began when I was a member of Congress and I had offered amendments to cut aid to Israel by the amount of money they were spending on settlements in the West Bank, which were
It's
and
really
continue
muddled.
to be illegal
Can you hear it? Okay.
in terms of international law and were a violation of U.S. policy.
Let me see this.
It was the first
Try this
time
one.
that issue had been
If you go to my site,
raised.
go to Free Sugar Baker. I have a couple. I have the Al Jazeera one, and I have the ones of his daughters talking about the case. It should be very clear.
Go to Exodus.org.
Yes. That guy has khaki pants on. I know what he is.
What is he?
He's a Fed. He's probably a marshal, but he's definitely a Fed.
Let's hit him with some Reagan then.
Definitely a marshal. They're looking us up right now on Facebook. We get a shot at water.
Oh, go ahead.
That's like Reagan, so let's give him some Reagan.
All right.
Here, go ahead.
All right. Check this out. Here's your... Golly.
Walk a judge out?
That's they had to walk. The security had to walk the judge out. To the
Okay.
car, make sure we had jumped.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, let's see what we got here. They should be loading.
There's a sniper and a goddamn helicopter. We start popping this.
They're probably saying, "Where's the Million Man?"
Lean back a little bit.
It's just the name of the march, bro.
One moment. This one. Dang it. We're going to request desktop site. Here we go. All right, now I can see it. Right there. This is it. This is the daughters of the accused exposed.
So we actually had to fight as a defense to even put photos of the Uchalev's work.
Okay.
Like, it was so pathetic. The way the trial went out was they tried to block anything that showed the real picture of the truth. They brought pictures of buses being bombed and all those things happening in Palestine, which again had nothing to do with the Homeland Foundation. Homeland Foundation was a charitable organization. They donated books, they donated backpacks. There's so much evidence. They had pictures of every face of every orphan that was funded through the charity work. You know, there was no playing around here. Everything was clear. And it came to a point where our own ambassador in Jerusalem, the United States ambassador, he came and testified and he said, look, I was never told ever that it was illegal to give to these zakat committees that the Holy Foundation gave to. So our own personnel that we hired to represent the United States is saying this. But then they bring, anonymous witnesses into the case that say something else. And
I want to hold that flag.
The public was not allowed to attend court those days, only the immediate family. Number two, these individuals even admitted they had never even set foot in a zakat committee. So then how can you, give expert witness testimony on something you never even went into, you never even stepped foot into? So if the President of the United States is
wait, whose vehicle is that?
President,
I'll put it this way.
Disclose who they are in order for the defense to be able to, cross-examine and do all those important parts of, what defense counsel does, then why would we allow people from another country to come in and, not follow the law? And, I've said it before, when this was actually happening, I was taking government 2301, in 11th grade. And I remember my professor, he was saying, every United States citizen's rights. And I remember he said, you have a right to know who's giving counsel against you, testimony against you in a court of law. And I remember I went up to him after class, I'm like, that's really not true because that didn't happen, it's not happening in my dad's case. And he tells me, no, that's absolutely impossible. That's completely against the law. And I'm like, will it happen? So, and he almost didn't believe me until he saw it on the news.
That's it?
No, there should be others.
Play it again.
Let me see.
There is a lot to get into with the trial, like you mentioned, Sister Sara. Sister Zuhaira, I'll let you, jump in as well. But yeah, to give again context to the audience, I mean, the defendants who are being tried, they consulted with the U.S. Treasury Department to assure compliance with all the laws governing nonprofit organizations. So they had already consulted with the government, sought compliance. In Israel, the Holy Land Foundation was affiliated with a legal Israeli-Palestinian charity that worked with the U.S. consulate in Jerusalem, as you mentioned, Sarah, and the USAID. Also donated to the same Zakat Foundation, as well as the UNDP and
Can we
many
put
others,
this
like
up
you
on
mentioned.
up on the truck?
Sarah.
On
So
yours?
Sister Zuhaira, comment about this, and also the two anonymous witnesses that Sister Sarah mentioned. One being, a secret
Will it go up
witness
there?
from an Israeli security agency. So not even like a U.S. witness, but it's a U.S. is bringing forward the trial, but they're bringing in a secret Israeli secret agent from a secret agency. And the second expert witness was from the U.S. Treasury Department, Matthew Levitt, who actually had a history of saying, bigoted comments and was a speaker on multiple occasions for AIPAC. Is that right?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't really want to repeat everything that Sada said, but basically, I mean, the whole trial was everything against what our justice system is about. I mean, the fact that they even got tried again, and the second time around, we had there was just something off. Like the things that they were bringing had nothing to do with our dads. The videos that they would show about some suicide bombers they weren't even Palestinians, like in the first place. Like everything was so calculated on their end. It was just, for us, we thought, because we were so confident about it, to us, we laughed about it. Like, this is ridiculous. Who's gonna fall for this? You know what I mean? None of this is supported by anything. Even the witness himself, Avi, to us that was a joke. But of course, to the jurors, it wasn't. I think at the end of the day, when you think about the whole, it just wasn't necessary in our judicial system.
She'll continue.
Special Forces Operation Detachment.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, check this out. Let's go to, hold this one. Oh.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't really want to repeat everything that Sada said, but basically, I mean, the whole trial was
it's almost done.
Everything against what our justice system is about. I mean, the fact that they even got tried again, and the second time around, we had there was just something off. Like the things that they were bringing had nothing to do with our dads. The videos that they would show about some suicide bombers they weren't even Palestinians.
Oh, we already did that part.
Like everything was
go to the Al Jazeera
on their end. It was just, for us, we thought, because we were so confident about it, to us, we laughed about it. Like, this is ridiculous. Who's gonna fall for this? You know what I mean? None of this is supported by anything.
Here it is.
Even the witness himself, Avi. To us, that was a joke. But of course, to the jurors, it wasn't.
Story photographs of the aftermath of some of those bombings, none of which.
Ooh, that was a clear. Who's that? That was
The
John
Holy
Bryan.
Land Foundation had.
Here we go. That's Al Jazeera.
Where's the cute chick?
I'll have to check and check my feed real quick. Let me see if I can see anything.
The government, after months of trial and years of preparation for this case,
that prosecutors say was a huge fundraiser for Hamas, convicted of funneling millions of dollars to the Palestinian militant group Hamas.
$12 million to Hamas.
Will it go up louder?
The government had to prove their guilt beyond a reasonable doubt to a jury. Involved a conspiracy that spanned a 13-year period to support the terrorist organization Hamas.
لم يتم انتهاك للقوانين والمعايير القانونية والإنسانية كما جرى في قضية.
Sure.
We are hunting down the murderers you support, and we will not leave them.
This is unjust and unfair
to not only the individuals that involved in it, but the entire Muslim community.
For years, the Richardson-based charity has been under suspicion, accused of funding terrorists.
To only decide in 2001 that this work was illegal didn't make any sense.
This time with sentences ranging from 15 to 65 years in prison for 5 HLF members.
I definitely said that this was a political trial and that these were political prisoners, and that it was based on association, not based on fact.
He was the only one willing to speak out, and he said the government's case was full of macaroni.
Full of macaroni. It was full of macaroni.
And it was a shame.
If that was the case, then it would have been a good case.
On the Americans. And we should
I
not
love
have let it
macaroni.
happen, and we should not let it continue.
Dude, that's marble. I never noticed that. They marble on the outside.
Right? All that marble was paid for by the blood of the innocent.
Cystic fibrosis is a lung disease, and his daughter needed surgery just to live. And Shukri was able to find a charity who funded his daughter's surgery. But Shukri said that changed his life.
That's what he told me.
I am a Muslim and
They
I
left
love
that out
to
in
give.
there.
So he left his job.
They said it kind
He
of.
quit.
They didn't
He
say.
founded a charity. He put his heart and soul into a charity that grew to be the largest Muslim charity in the United States.
المؤسسة تأسست في عام 1989 من كاليفورنيا، والمؤسسين الرئيسيين كانوا 3 أعضاء، هم الأخ شكري أبو بكر والأخ غسان عشي والأخ محمد إبراهيم المزين.
في عام 1991
Yes, that was why.
قررنا كعائلات ومؤسسة قرروا الانتقال إلى تكساس. They were mainly giving humanitarian aid to Palestinians in the West Bank and Gaza, as well as the refugee populations in Lebanon and Jordan. And then they also gave to other needy populations across the world.
المساعدات المقدمة من مستشفى غازي من الأرض المقدسة بدأت من عام 1994 أساسا صرفت على إنشاء بنية تحتية
Muslim stuff in Texas is gonna scare Texans.
لمحافظة لا تملك
I just tell
أي
people that I'm Jewish.
مكونات العمل الطبي.
It'll blow their minds, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
كانت مؤسسة الهولي لم تقدم خدماتها للجمعية الحرية الإسلامية ولأيتامها بين عامي
You guys ready to march?
1998
Let's do it.
عام 2001. وهذه الأموال التي كانت تقدمها مؤسسة الهولي لاند
Or play the speeches that you prepared.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Ladies and gentlemen.
There's gentlemen here.
شهادة تطور المؤسسة من عام 1997 كانت بحدود مليون.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do this march thing, and we're going to tell you why we're doing it.
إلى 2 مليون سنويا.
I understand that you cannot understand Arabic. I'm actually Jewish. But this is a recording from Al Jazeera regarding the unjust prosecution of the Holy Land Foundation 5, who were convicted out of this very courthouse, this federal building. Based on the testimony of an anonymous witness with secret evidence. An anonymous witness and secret evidence means that they were not afforded due process.
Unless they amended the Constitution and we didn't hear about it.
Unless they amended the Constitution and we did not hear about it. Did we, the people, hear about it? No. I'm gonna wait for them.
To shut down the church, but Clinton refused.
They have a baby. I don't want to freak them out.
Israel is against anybody who supports the Palestinian people. And it doesn't mean support in terms of money or arms or anything like that. If you just say, I don't like what Israel is doing to the Palestinian people.
It should be.
The U.S. government after 9/11.
Oh,
thank you.
Aww.
I'm ready to give up my civil rights.
If you want to, absolutely.
I'm ready to give up my privacy. Do whatever you need if it's going to keep some of these crazy terrorists and some of those killing us.
I watch a bunch of guys' videos.
Law enforcement terror, in which we used every tool available to go after not just terrorists, but people who we thought or suspected might be engaged in.
You get the flag? You get that flag?
And often the basis for that might be, associated with terrorist.
Cool, guys.
You have a safe, blessed day.
I got one of your guys'.
Did you want one of these?
Hell yeah.
Or two of them?
The Treasury Department froze the assets and accounts of the Holy Land Foundation, which is
Absolutely.
whose money is used to support terror organizations.
Oh, that's Bush calling about.
الذي جرى في ذلك الوقت أن رئيس الوزراء الأسبق إيريل شارون كان في الولايات المتحدة، جاء في زيارة سميت بالتعزية وللتضامن مع أمريكا فيما أسمي في ذلك.
I could get the whole FBI units if they hear a whole bunch of Muslim gibberish. Get them all out here.
Well, they can't misinterpret this one.
وقال لي بأن لدينا معلومات مؤكدة بأنه سيصدر قرار بإغلاق مؤسسة الأرض المقدسة، وبأن شارون جاء بملف كامل عن هذه المؤسسة وطلب من الرئيس بوش أن يغلق هذه المؤسسة لأنها داعمة بين قوسين للإرهاب.
في يوم إغلاق المؤسسة فكل موظف في المؤسسة أجوا زاروا الاف بي اي في بيوتهم، وكانت تدور بعض الأسئلة حول ما إذا كانت مثلا المؤسسة أو أعضاء في المؤسسة بينتفع شخصيا من الأموال.
I could literally just translate this. I mean, not translate, but read it in English.
مساعدة حركة حماس أو أي جناح عسكري.
Wow, that's wild.
وهذا ما تم نفيه من قبلي شخصيا.
David Aufhauser, who was general counsel to the Treasury at the time, said, quote,
Oh no.
Oh no.
Quote, it was almost comical, end quote. Quote, we just listed out as many of the usual suspects as we could and said, let's go freeze some of their assets.
Did you hear that?
I have my suspicions that Israel was involved in that. But I don't know that. But I do know, because it's been written about and is public now, that the Treasury Department literally created scapegoats and said, we have these Palestinians, let's just go out and seize their assets. And that's what they did. There was no hearing, there was no due process, there was nothing. They went in and seized everything,
prosecutor,
down to the plants.
Yeah, the judge probably got it.
In 2002, the Holy Land Foundation, represented by me and my law partners, filed a lawsuit in Washington, D.C. To challenge the designation.
Sounds like it.
Yes. As a terrorist organization.
There was a huge record that the government had created, an administrative record, that we had to read, and it was mostly basically garbage. It was newspaper articles, interviews that were translated from Arabic to Hebrew to English, and we discovered when we did our own translations that the translations were completely wrong.
Wow, listen to that.
The government was relying on information that was completely false, but it didn't matter.
The lawsuit was dismissed by the district court in Washington, D.C. after much briefing and argument.
We're about to go on a march.
took an appeal to the United States Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit. It's the
I cannot
Court of Appeals that sits in the District of Columbia.
Not with you guys.
And on appeal to the D.C. Circuit,
My
we
march is
lost
specifically
again.
Walls of Jericho on this bitch.
Based on secret evidence.
Even though we had security
Sounds good.
clearances at the time. So we should have been able to see this, what the government said was secret evidence. We never saw it.
Because we weren't able to see the secret evidence, we weren't able to challenge it. We weren't able to point out ways that it was untrue or incomplete.
I can put my phone in my
The
car,
district
lock
court,
it up, keep that right there, and it
the
just keeps
trial
playing.
level court.
Put it on repeat?
said that
If
it
you
didn't
want
rely
to,
on
find the one
secret
that you want the
evidence,
most, but
in the
that's
appellate
perfect.
court, when we challenged the
I will
ruling of the district
I'll have to
court,
use the restroom too
that
soon.
court did rely on the secret evidence, found it persuasive, said that it was incontrovertible,
How do I?
and ruled
All
against
right.
us.
I don't know how to put it on repeat.
Here, it's a little cog wheel.
تقريبا لما أجي وفد شكري كانت تقريبا الساعة 7 الصبح أو قبل
طبعاً.
هيك شيء. كنت أنا مصلية الفجر وقاعدة وكأني بنتظر في شيء. أنا
This is it.
كان شعور غريب. I think at the end of the day, when you think about people, it just doesn't carry in our judicial system.
Here it is. I'll find. All right, I'm on the page. I find it. Oh, here we go. Much better. I hit this. Oh, you don't have that cog wheel. Oh, yes, you do. Here it is. Playback speed, quality. I don't actually see it on your phone.
Oh, hey, take some of these to hand out when you guys are marching.
Here. I'll let you.
If you want to. I don't know if you have
Oh,
to.
absolutely.
And I'm going to do the same thing when I'm doing mine.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, peoples, here we go. You ready to rock and roll? Ready to do this thing? Let's do this thing. Hopefully we don't freak anybody out. We're going to freak everybody out. Yeah.
In Joshua, what is the revelation?
In Joshua 6?
Joshua 6, you have the initial, and then you told me after I told you Walls of Jericho, you said it was in Revelation also. What was it pertaining to?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Okay, so Joshua 6 is a prophetic archetype of a future event that is told in the book of Revelation. So in Joshua 6, you have, the city, the walls of Jericho, a very heavily fortified city that had never fallen.
Boom.
And you have Joshua, who is an archetype of, the future of Mashiach, Haba, Yeshua, HaMashiach, Yeshua. And you have the seven priests, or the seven Kohen, with the seven shofar horns, and then you have the armies, behind them all. And they were told to encompass the city, 6 times in silence while, blowing the shofars on each day. But on the last day, the 7th day, they would make like 7 revolutions around the city, and then cry out with a mighty jubilant shout, and then blow the trumpet blast for a long blast, and then.
So it was actually 6 plus 7?
Well, it's 7 to complete,
But you said on the 7th day they did it.
They did it 7 times.
7 more times?
Well, they did
One
it
day?
seven
Or that
times
was
that
just
day.
the 7th?
On 6 days, it was like 1 time each time, and then the 7th day was 7 times. So
Let's just do
it
a
pointed
seventh.
it
Let's
pointed
just
to
do a 7.
the angels with the 7 trumpets, and each of their judgments coming out upon the fortifications of the earth. But if that's your symbology, do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you.
Where did?
I think your sister texted me.
Oh, there they are. All right, let's go. Look out, cool kids. Hey, Want to hit the street in 5?
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. What's up? Let's do this thing.
This is my homeboy Jeffrey.
Ah.
This is my homeboy Sharif.
What's up with it?
What's up?
All right, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, we're getting ready. We're gonna hit those streets. All right, that's exactly what we are going to do. We're gonna hit those streets. We're gonna take a walk around this Earl Federal building and tell people exactly what they are missing. Sleeping is no longer the order of the day. It's about informing the general public that they are being targeted by just a system that has their own agenda. All right, let's do this thing. All right. You ready to do this? Are we doing this? We're doing this. Are we doing this? Yes, we're doing this. Oh my God, there's a bee on me. Get off me. I'm gonna get stung or whatever. There's a freaking bee on me. All right. All right, cool kids. Hey, Dustin. If you so desire, here is a... Watch, shut your mouth. There's a bee. Almost flew right into your mouth.
No, thank you. I'm good on that.
All right.
That's my sign to keep my mouth shut.
Oh, you're funny. All right. This guy's full of jokes. I'm going to put this thing in here. Here they come. They're descending upon... and we're getting out. Just kidding. We're not getting out. There is no getting out. Yes, my truck is a disaster. Oh. Let's do this thing. So, no justice, no peace. Any one of you cool cats want to hold this big bad sign? You have a camera. You have a great excuse. I'll hold it. Oh, you hold it. Righteous. All right. That's what I'm talking about. We're about to hit those streets. We're about to hit those streets. Oh God, is that the 90s? I love that song. We're gonna do that thing called shaking the streets of Dallas. Look at that beautiful flag. Woo! And that beautiful mask. Woo! Man. All right. Here we go. Let me grab these flyers real quick and I'm out. Oh, you have them? Yeah. Those? Let me... Yes, you got them. Good. You're good. You're good. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's do this thing. All right. Everybody, here we go. We're on the floor. We're on the street. First and foremost, we want to thank the city of Dallas for giving us the go-ahead to do this march. And for that, I thank you. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's go this way. Or, which way do you want to go? This way? Yeah, let's go that way. Here we go. We're marching now. Hey, we got a, do you want to wait or shall we just kind of wait? Let's wait.
Maybe you're having a hard time with it.
Crazy, see? Crazy, see? You're in trouble. Come back here. Crazy, see? Hey. Let's see what he's doing. Let's see what he's doing. He has an idea. Want to thank Will Smith for that song. Oh, you're getting it situated. Yeah, I don't know. That's so weird. Is that a big bad spider? Oops. Oh my god. It's in your boot. Can I get it off? There you go.
Spider.
The license plate.
This is gonna be fun.
And you know what? Her hair looks good with that mask too.
It really does. Legit.
It goes perfect with the pink hair, right?
Yes. Oh, I'm colorblind too. I actually am. That's funny. Purple, purple. All right. Our sticker. Oh yeah, that's the sticker that they were looking at when we walked down the street. Is that very sticker? They came out of the building. When we went and stuck them out. Heck yeah. It's kind of a hassle. Like, damn.
They do that to distract you.
I wonder if they like
That was definitely enforcing.
turned it off because they knew we'd be parking here. I don't know.
Yeah. It was really free parking. It's really free parking on the weekends.
I would do that if I was an evil bastard who worked in this building. Not that all the people that work in there are evil or bastards.
Okay, cool. We go.
All right, here we go. This is quite a brood of people. Look at this. All right, cool kids.
That's your store.
Yeah, there's one down here at 7-Eleven.
Cool.
I promise you, this guy right here knows, man. Mr. T. Hey, where's the closest liquor store, bro? All
right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, that's a nice car. Oh, I'm really feeling it. Okay.
So we're probably gonna walk past.
I'm gonna get a feel for this. See what happens. What's on this side? It's just street, right?
Take a left.
Let's see what happens when. Okay, he's on his radio. He's like, "Holy fuck! Look what's happening." Yeah, let's do this. All right, we're gonna cut to the left if we can. We're gonna cut to the left and then do this thing in a place that's not isolated. How are you today? His patch said Allied Universal. I wonder if Allied Barton Security Services had merged with another company. All right, cool kids. You ready? Let's do this. Let's do this thing without getting run over. Right. See how far this goes. I'm still looking for. There's supposed to be an officer here. I'm wondering where he's hiding. They've been very nice to us. So that's a plus. 'Cause we're coming next year, and we're bringing the freaking Legion. All right. All right. I'm about to get on this mic. taking a look. Good day. Oh, beautiful. Look at this. This is exactly what I want. Is this right here. All of this. Without scaring the locals. They look very alarmed. Here we go. Oh, where are we going? Where are they going?
Huh?
Where are they going?
She's got to use the bathroom.
Oh, that's fine. Shall we wait?
They're going to go to the 7-Eleven room.
All right. Let's wait. We're going to wait for them. Ladies and gentlemen, we're waiting for them.
Ladies and gentlemen. Now I know why I stay so clean down here.
Absolutely.
One last home.
No. So weren't you telling me that the original courthouse was that infrastructure that looks like something out of Moscow?
Yeah.
Yes.
The castle, yeah.
The
That's
castle?
The original courthouse.
Wow.
With gargoyles on top.
With gargoyles? That's great.
I guess they didn't have a bathroom.
There's one at that McDonald's across the street. All right. This is it. Hold on. It is, in fact, a parking garage. Parking garages have really good acoustics. Listen to that echo, echo, echo. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are your friendly neighborhood ragtag group of Anonymous. Today is November 5th. November 5th is also known as Guy Fawkes Day. But we like to call it the Million Mask March. Even though it's a few of us, we sure have a million words between all of us. No justice, no peace. You guys want to go potty right here? Nope, let's not do that. That was a terrible joke. I would never do that. I have a lot of class. Since today is November 5th, aka the Million Mask March, our group is marching for justice reform. Shall we go with them? Yeah. What is this building behind me? You might ask. It's the federal building. It's kind of iconic that we are marching here. I'll tell you why in a little bit. They're all looking now. Here. Not blocked away to go. I have to go too, like, brutally. Where are they?
No, we're here.
Where are we
It's the
going?
only bathroom.
Oh, in there? In there?
That's it.
No, I'm gonna go to the McDonald's. I feel safe. Well, then.
Feel safer at McDonald's?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it. I'm holding
Hold
it.
on to that?
Yeah, that's a fine establishment. McDonald's will give it no fucks if I walk in there.
No. Yeah, they'll put you in jail. Did you message Shruka and Courtney?
Yeah. He hit me up.
Did she?
Wow, that looks great. Y'all two look freaking magnificent together like that. Yeah. Oh, you're quite all right. What a beautiful animal. Yes, ma'am.
I'm not scared of like my dog was.
Wow.
My dog did a backflip. This fat ass son came with a sheet wrapped around him this morning.
I love the looks people are getting.
My fucking
It's
dog ate my
so
fucking vibrator.
empowering.
$200 vibrator. Yes.
Yours? You
My
still got it?
fucking bitch ass dog, bro.
You got that little motherfucker?
I got a lot of little motherfuckers. You know, about $400.
Alright. They look so worried. I just want to keep pointing my camera at them. It's so funny. The looks. I love it.
Y'all have any drinks yet? What's up? No.
I almost came with a bottle of honey mead,
Oh,
19% alcohol volume. I love honey mead.
I left my fucking there's Crown.
Crown. And Crown.
No, salted Crown.
Oh god, that sounds good.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah?
Yeah, fucking good.
Never had that one, did we?
Well, they just fucking got in.
They just came out with it?
Yeah.
Okay. About to do this thing. About to do this thing. About to go hard. About to go hard in a minute. Then I'm gonna pee hard because I've got to pee so bad.
No, it's probably just that
It's like a runic symbol right there. It's kind of cool.
Did you have to stay?
Where's Leslie had to stay when she comes home? Where's Jody?
Where's Jody at?
Garland. Really Dallas.
Here we go. All right, we're good. Go time. Yeah. Pee thug life. Yeah. Let's do this. All right.
Let's go.
All right, let's do this. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is in fact your friendly neighborhood ghost Exodus with our good friend Crazy C from, hey, tell us where you're from.
OGHcrew.com.
OGHcrew.com. We are standing across the street from the Earl Cobble Federal Building for a very good reason. That is because there are some very, very naughty things happening inside of this courthouse. I don't know if you heard me earlier. Well, let me hit you with this one. There is an unknown actor working inside this building who, in 2007, forged the signature of the acting grand jury foreperson, whose name is Lawrence Fury. A good man, a good, honest man. So someone was forging the signature of the acting grand jury foreperson because the FBI had some really weird cases that they knew an actual grand jury would not return an indictment on. That means that all the people who went to prison on forged indictments had their constitutional rights thrown out the window, which is bad for all people in this free society, because the United States Constitution is, in fact, the supreme law of the land. Without it, you have absolutely no rights. And we're not going to jaywalk here. Let's do this thing. Let me see how this feed is. Is it still going? It is. Hello. Hello. What up? Man, that's fucking. I love it. Let's do it.
OGHcrew.com.
OGHcrew.com, ladies and gentlemen. Do it. Ah! I can't see. Hold on here. I'm gonna have to, somehow I got my orientation mixed up. It flipped and it's stuck there. Ugh. Let's save that. How did it go? No, orientation locked. Rotate device back. Well, we're not gonna rotate it. I will end the stream though.